Biker Dads brought to you by Garza Law,
Thunder Roads Magazine of Tennessee and Kentucky,
and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers. On this episode of Biker Dad, meals on two wheels. Then he nearly lost his life, and he did lose an arm when he was hit by a train. Then bikers taking care of business, celebrating 13 years of gearing up riders and supporting the motorcycle community. And eastbound and down, we're loaded up and trucking with a custom bike builder whose inspiration is iconic cars. Let's get rolling.
My name is Chris Best, and I left my six-figure job to ride motorcycles and tell stories. Welcome to this episode of the Biker Dad TV show. This week we are back in Knoxville, Tennessee for a big event called Meals on Two Wheels, and I'd like to give a shout out to a few people about this. First, Gary and Alicia, who you will meet in just a minute, who put all of this on. Garza Law Firm as well, who is my sponsor here in Knoxville. They bought all of the turkeys and hams to make sure that the homeless folks here in Knoxville had a great meal this Christmas. So let's get started with that. We got a lot on the show this week, but this is going to take up a big chunk of it because it was a big deal. And honestly, I had a great time.
We want to think about David today when we're doing this. He was with me every year.
We started it 5 years ago. We just wanted to give people a hot meal. And the bike community helped us out with it. Everybody's got somebody in their family that's been homeless or close to, and so I've had family that's been homeless, so I figured we'd help them out.
We just gathered up the troops that first year. First year it was a fly by the seat of your pants, you know. We had a big group of us that we all rode and stuff together, and we just threw it out there, and we all figured, crock pots, waters, clothes, gloves, stuff, and it just went. Everybody loved it. We brought our kids and everything, and it's just something that has taken off.
Pretty awesome they brought your son out here.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. He's gotta understand, I guess, how lucky he is, and he enjoys helping others.
My friends Gary and Alicia, they started it, and we just like helping out and doing what we can for the community.
We can help those less fortunate. It's more of a family community.
Any of us could be on the streets, something was to happen.
Yeah, you could be a one motorcycle wreck away from it, or
a divorce or a job or anything.
One bad decision.
Yeah.
I got ADHD, PTSD, I got that head injury.
And he's only talking about this because we want to showcase your story.
Look at all the zippers, and I didn't even know, why.
Good to meet you.
Well,
it's an honor to meet you.
We were made aware of the opportunity and asked them if we could help support and help put a little bit of structure to this. Not that they needed our help, but we were honored to participate and help them out a little bit. Let me be real clear. This is Gary and Alicia's outfit and Marty's, and this has been their labor of love for over 5 years. And the fact that they allowed us to participate and buy the food for this event really is an honor. But again, I want to stress this really isn't about the Garza Law Firm. It's really about their labor of love.
So Christina has really tried, and like right now, she would love to go into a rehab right now. But the problem is there's no place available. So we need more detox places, detox beds that will take them on the weekends. Did you know you can't get help on the weekends?
Prayer table is wide open if you need prayers.
A lot of times community looks at bikers as we don't do any good. They look at the homeless people the same way. So, we got that in common. The society looks down on the bikers, and bikers, in my book, do more than any car club ever wanted to do, or most churches. We do more for kids and homeless people than any other community does.
Hey everybody, Violet here, Miss Heels on Wheels in Knoxville, Tennessee. The wind is coming. This is what we do in our community, all right? We come together. Y'all need to be doing this in your town, okay? Because if you're not doing it like we are in East Tennessee, you're not doing it right.
How's it feel to get pampered a little bit today?
A little bit. It feels good. I've been eating the ocean, next rain, silk down, twice, panels out 6 times. Same work.
We're giving out blankets, gloves, toboggan, socks.
And what?
It's a good feeling. It's nerve-wracking a little bit up until the day of. I mean, stressed out, you know. But the day you do it, you see it's all worth it, you know, all that stress, all that worry. You know, you always worry that you're not going to have enough, or there's not going to be nobody show up or anything like that, but it always works out in the end. And then when you leave here happy, you know, humble. It's a very humbling feeling.
At the end of the day, I feel like what I do really is whether it's practicing law or doing this or whatever, I think we're all just trying to wash feet for a living. And I think if that's your attitude, everything else takes care of itself.
This is Biker Dad.
Hi guys, I'm Tim from Area 51 Customs in Dothan, Alabama. We're doing a line of muscle bikes. This is our first one we built. It's a 2019 electrified standard, one-off wheels. RC Components actually cut these wheels for us. We own the rights to them. You can only buy them through us. But Smoky the Bandit for the first one, 138 to the rear wheel, 147 foot-pounds of torque, fat front tire, audio, kind of a purpose-built, everyday driver. You want to take it to the track, grip on it. It runs in the 7s and 8 mile, about 95 mile an hour. Real fun bike to ride. But my owner, he used to work and they built muscle cars. About 2 years ago, he came up with the idea of making the muscle bikes. And we just kind of rolled with it with that. We have one on the lift we started right now that's going to be a Chevelle SS. The next one will be a Camaro, a 67 Camaro. And then the fourth one will be Eleanor from Gone to 60 Seconds. We're in Dothan, Alabama. I have Master Harley Techs. We do from general maintenance to one-off custom builds, performance motor work, whatever you need done, we do it under our shop. Powder coating, painting, the whole 9 yards, we do it in our facility.
Biker Dad.
Biker Dad's brought to you by Garza Law and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
I'm Marcos Garza of the Garza Law Firm. You know, the thing I like so much about serving the motorcycle community through the law is, I suppose, first of all, I've always rooted for the underdog. That's just kind of how I'm made. I do some criminal defense work. I do a lot of personal injury work. And typically you represent those folks who need help the most. You know, if you work for a big company or corporation, you probably met a lawyer down at some country club or something like that somewhere, but I get the pleasure of representing individuals. And the thing that's awesome about the motorcycle community especially is that you kind of have the same camaraderie or the same feel of camaraderie that I experienced in the Marine Corps. And there are parts of me that still miss the Marine Corps. I was a Marine Corps judge advocate or JAG attorney for them for several years. And that kind of selfless service that you surround yourself with whenever you're around other people who signed up to be the tip of the spear or signed up to potentially be in harm's way, kind of creates a fantastic organization.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
And if you spend any time with the motorcycle community, it kind of feels like a group of Marines, right? Well, and a lot of them are, or they're other service members, and you have a certain amount of kind of self-selection of selflessness.
Hi, this is Chris Best, the Biker Dad. Unfortunately, I've never had a serious motorcycle crash in my life, but I know if I do, Marcos Garza and the Garza Law Firm have my back. So thank you for looking out for bikers.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
This is Biker Dad.
You know, you can't talk about motorcycles in East Tennessee without talking about biker rags on South Clinton Highway. My friend April Violet said I just had to meet Jeff and Pam. They've been gearing up riders and supporting the motorcycle community since Nirvana was #1 on the charts. Come check out Biker Rags for gear, apparel, and the beautiful vintage bikes in the basement. You can even touch them. check out their free swap meet too. Schedule at bikerrads.com.
The 2022 models are rolling into your Harley-Davidson dealerships, and one of my favorite bikes obviously is the Street Bob. There's not a ton new about the 2022 Street Bob, but the few things that are new are really cool. Brandon's here to talk to us about those. So Brandon, two big things about this bike that are new, and what are those?
That's that beautiful color of fastback blue, and also mag wheels now instead of the spokes.
Obviously, I'm a huge fan of blue, if you've been following me, so this is a beautiful view. This is a beautiful blue. Hope it shows up in the sunlight. And I want to put those wheels on my Street Bob and powder coat blue. And we know it rides well, but we're going to take it for a ride anyway. We're going to go to the battleship in Mobile, Alabama.
This is Biker Dad.
All right, we're here with Garrett with Black Sprocket Garage, and it's time to tear down the Heritage. This is our ride rescue project. The best part of this is that a lot of the work that we need to do is just take crap off that I don't like these lights here and the crash bar and everything else. They just don't fit with the project that we're doing. So let's get started tearing this thing down. We're at these passenger floorboards, and we already took the detachable bags off, and we got to take those brackets off too. Again, half of the job on this bike is taking stuff off it that we don't like, that's ugly and old man looking, and Garrett's going to tell us a little bit more about how we go about doing that.
Basically, by the time we get done, the only thing left of this is going to be a motor and frame.
One of the things we really have to look out for on this bike is spiders. We already saw a Black Widow, crushed her. Thankfully, neither one of us got bitten, especially Garrett, since he's the one who reached in there. Yep. So we're bagging and labeling all the parts, the ones that we will need to put back on, but also ones like this that we're going to save by either giving or selling to other people. So the parts on there is the waste either, even though we don't need them.
And we're going to bring it all back up to brand new since we decided to do a custom bike instead of just a restore.
So that means if we're going to take a bunch of stuff off, we got to put other stuff on. So let's get on the road and get headed towards ordering the new parts for the bike.
This is Biker Dad.
Hey, it's Florida, but it still gets cold here. You know, when it's 32 degrees and bikers show up like this, it means that they're here to support somebody that they love. And this time it's my friend Martha, who runs Eagles Talon motorcycles here in the Florida Panhandle. And these bikers are showing up to show their support because she supports them so often too.
Martha Harris, owner of Eagles Talon. Today we're having our 13th anniversary celebration here. It's unreal. It's unbelievable that this has been this way, and the outpouring of support that we've had has just been phenomenal. This all come about as a dream from my first husband that passed away. It was his dream and my dream to do this when he turned 55 and retired from federal firefighting. And when he would have turned 55, BJ and I started this up, and we have just worked hard at building it. And we try to add new things every day to it, all kinds of accessories, parts that you need. So we just try to support them.
Soldiers for Jesus Motorcycle Club, Rat Tail, Emerald Coast chapter out of Pensacola, Florida. Martha is just a wonderful woman. She does so much for the biker community, and just to come out here and support her and show some love, it's important.
We try to be just like them, try to remember that we ride too, and we try to just help the community with it. We try to keep our prices affordable for them because we ride.
First off, she's the president of our local A-Bait chapter. I'm the chaplain as well. Anytime anybody has an issue, she's there to help. She give you the shirt off her back. You name it, she does it. It's a great place to come get, helmets, clothing, parts, just to come talk and have somebody to talk to and listen to. She's always got something to say.
Ooh, Lord have mercy. I just want to say thank you to the biker community for your support. It has just been phenomenal. We love the outpouring. We love each and every one of y'all. And just remember, we're here to support you. We ride and we want to be a part of this community.
This is Biker Dad. This is Biker Dad.
This is April Violet, but you're known as
Miss Heels on Wheels.
And what is Heels on Wheels?
It's just a nickname that I got when I started riding. I'm always really conscious about what I wear, no big deal. But I would go to bike nights and I would take my motorcycle boots off and I'd take my stilettos out of my motorcycle bag and I'd put them on and I'd kind of go to bike night, and people would watch me do that, and so they started calling me Heels, and then it just kind of stuck. I am the motorcycle community advocate for the state of Tennessee for Garza Law Firm. Tennessee is beautiful, right? Has some of the best riding in this country. You've got the Smokies, you've got the Tail of the Dragon, you've got all these rides. I've enjoyed that part of it. I started working for Garza back in May. We wanted to create a community advocacy program and try to bring all different genres of motorcycles together. We focus on safety. We are very deep in the community. We do a lot of benefits and benefit rides. We sponsor a lot of bike nights. We don't just say, hey, we can help you with your motorcycle needs or any legal needs. We really are out there. I always tell people, we're on the ground with you. We are where you are. And I'm proud of that. So we've been just trying to let people know that we're here. If you ride, join us for anything we have going on. If you need anything from us, let us know. We really push safety. That is our number one. We have our Look Twice for Motorcycle campaign going on. And it's just doing great. Protect yourself and protect your family. That's my big spiel.
Cool. April, Heels on Wheels, Z's not S's.
Yes.
Follow her on Facebook.
Yes.
Thank you for everything you do.
No, thank you, Biker Dad. I'm so glad I met you. So now
it's been awesome meeting you.
Thank you, too.
And thank you to the Garza Law Firm and National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers for making my crazy idea of quitting my job and doing this.
That's what I'm going to get to. I'm going to get to that.
Let's help her do that too. Give her a follow. All right, thank you.
Thanks so much. Enjoy it.
Biker Dad.
I had a flat tire. The local authorities proceeded to ask me some questions that led to my arrest. I was exonerated. I would contribute that to Mr. Garza and his staff's efforts in seeing this through.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Our Back on 2 segment is brought to you by Garza Law and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
They call me One Way.
All right.
And I got hit by a train 37 years ago. It took me about 15 years to finally learn how to ride because my right leg was shattered. So holding the weight up of a bike, I kept falling. So about 15 years ago, I started riding. Rode for about 2.5 years, stopped for 10, and I've been riding now almost 3 years again. It took about, over a year. And I had a good brother come back and help me out. Helped me get back up, and we used to joke, and he used to say, one day him and I were going to ride Harleys, and I told him he was out of his mind. I'm going to ride a wheelchair because I couldn't walk. And 35 years later, we're riding Harleys in Pensacola. You ride, right?
Yeah.
So you ride this way.
Uh-huh.
I ride that way.
All right.
And then
So
this is your clutch. First gear is
automatic.
Second gear, you pull in, and it's hard. It's got to get used to it. Brother of mine put the brake over to here, but the centrifugal clutch So you take off in first gear, semi-automatic, and then the rest you use your clutch for.
So you got your clutch, your throttle, and your brake all on the same hand?
All on one hand. You're disabled, you want to ride, you get up and do it. Don't let it stop you. My leg was shattered in 250 places. And I wouldn't ride a trike. I will not ride a trike. I will not give in.
This is Biker Dad.
My name is Frederick Lewis, but I go by 100 Proof. I ride with Wicked Riders MC, Pensacola, Florida, and I work at Custom Cycles. I went to the emergency room. I was having trouble breathing. I found out I had fluid on my lungs, high blood pressure, and congestive heart failure. So quite a surprise, wasn't expecting that, but I guess it is what it is. Right now I'm wearing a life vest, the heart defibrillator, or a wearable defibrillator, so if my heart stops or something weird happens to shock me. I got to change my diet up, no sodium, fluid restriction, so they don't want fluid to build back up on my lungs. So just changing up my whole lifestyle as far as how I eat, drink, no alcohol. I don't smoke, so that's a plus.
Hi, I'm Tondra Foley, Foley's Pub in East Milton. We're doing a charity ride for one of our local riders and my son-in-law, Frederick, better known as 100 Proof. He's got a heart condition. Right now they've got him on 5 different kinds of medication, no insurance, and one of his medications alone is $600 a month. So we're trying to raise some money to help pay for his medications.
I wasn't expecting it. Tondra decided to put on the program for me, which, I wasn't opposed to it because anything helps, But I'm happy, excited that I get the love and support that I get from the biker community and everybody in general. So looking forward to a good day today.
And we're just doing what we can as riders. That's what we do in the MC world. I've put on several rides in the last 10 to 15 years. We've probably raised over $200,000 for needed families, kids, whatever, people in the need.
There's a bad taste in people's mouth when it comes to MCs or motorcycle clubs. And it's just a way to show that we're not gangs, we're not bad people. We're here to help out, give back to the community in any way we can.
I'm Marcos Garza of the Garza Law Firm. And whenever you hang around motorcyclists for any period of time, you start to realize they're more about each other than they are about themselves. And so, one, they need representation, because a lot of times, my experience is that motorcyclists will get the short end of the stick if they're not properly represented. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen an accident report where it says the motorcyclist was driving too fast or driving at Mach 1 or exceeding the speed, and most of the time that's not true at all. If you go out and you look under all the rocks, shake all the bushes, find all the witnesses, pull 911 tapes, do a full investigation, then you'll find out there's often a witness out there too, like, no, he or she was driving the speed limit. There's this sort of kind of assumption made, I think, often by police officers and citizens, not because they're bad people, but they just associate motorcyclists with speeding somehow. And so if you can get out in front of a case early and get involved in a case early enough, you can kind of squash that and get a better result. Out of members of society, if you took any cross-section, I'll take a cross-section of motorcyclists any day on average over any other group of people, except maybe the Marines.
And he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Owner's manual comes with every motorcycle. There is a cleaning and general care section, and it is pretty extensive. Bare metal polish, leather rejuvenator, even boot mark remover for those times when you burn your soul to your exhaust pipe. There are many, many pages of it. Walks you through it, just how to take care of your investment. Some of the chemicals in this book located right here. A few of my favorites, a few are non-Harley, but Harley even has this cool bucket. I love it. See, It's pretty tough. I don't know how many pounds it supports, but I'm sure some bigger guys can handle it. That's for sitting down in your garage and having a good time. All of the, this is one of my favorites for seats. And the leather rejuvenator right here. Keeps your seat from getting waterlogged if you're a guy that rides in all kinds of weather conditions. In the back there, we take every step we can to make sure that you get oil all over your machine. Just simple things we use to make our lives and your life and bike cleaner. Some of these giant Q-tips here, these are one of my favorites for all those hard to reach areas. I'm Neil Cater with Harley Davidson, and this is your tech tip.
This is Biker Dad.
We have a brand new segment here on the Biker Dad Show. It's called Let's Get a Tattoo. And we're here at Shades of Grey Tattoo in Pensacola, Florida, and it's just that simple. So come on, let's go get a tattoo.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Nick Work. I'm a tattoo artist here in Pensacola, Florida at Shades of Grey Tattoos. I've been mostly in the Pensacola area. I've tattooed all over the country. I've been in this industry since 2004, going on 18 years of tattooing. I started the summer after graduating high school before going to school for graphic design. I started apprenticing before even starting my classes. I've been tattooing ever since. The design we're doing today is a St. Christopher as a skeleton holding baby Jesus. And nowadays all we have to do is snap a picture of the old tattoo, basically lay it out on our software, kind of lighten it up a little bit, and then just draw a new tattoo over it. This one was fairly light enough to where I didn't really have to compromise the drawing any for the old tattoo, because it's pretty light. So I just drew everything how I wanted it to look and then laid it over the top of the old tattoo, and everything worked out pretty good.
A total of about 7 hours on the tattoo chair here. Can be a little bit exhausting, but it's definitely well worth it because it takes a lot of time to get a really good tattoo, and the detail on this thing is just crazy, and I couldn't be happier with it. The old ugly one's gone, and just more tattoos in the future. It's probably gonna be a while before I do one that takes this much time and pain, but it's just awesome. So hit up Nick Work on Instagram, Facebook, and check out his work, and check out the work here at Shades of Grey Tattoo in Pensacola.
All right, that's it for this week's episode of the Biker Dad Show, coming to you here from Knoxville, Tennessee, and Meals on Two Wheels. I have to tell you once again, I feel extremely blessed to be a part of this, and extremely blessed that I'm able to do this and come to you folks every week, thanks to sponsors like Garza Law Firm here in Knoxville and all my National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyer sponsors across the country. All right, that's it for us. Tune in next week. We'll have another great show. Until then, please look twice for motorcycles.